Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to replace the rear camera on this iPhone SE 2nd edition 2020. Again, this is the rear camera. I believe it's the same for the iPhone 8 as well. So the camera looks like this, and the lens should move around in here. So this has the, what do you call, it's kind of like to prevent for like the shaky movement, or stabilization or something like that, the stabilization. Alright, so anyways, let's go ahead and undo the screws on the bottom. Of course, make sure your phone's off so you can see it's off. We're going to remove the 2 screws from the bottom using a Pentalobe 0.8 or P2 screwdriver. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove those 2 screws. Keep all the screws in order because they are different size, shape, and lengths. If you mix them up, you can mess up your phone. Okay, so try and keep them all in order. Alright, now that we've got those 2 screws out, we're going to pop the screen out. I don't know if this was a screen that was replaced a while back, but what you do, I get a thin tool like this, get in between the screen and the frame, and then we're just going to go all the way around. And I believe the screen was replaced before because it doesn't seem like the adhesive is holding too strong on the screen. So normally there's an adhesive in here that you will have to kind of remove. Okay, and keep in mind that once you do this, the water resistance water seal will be broken, so it won't be as good with wet conditions. So be very careful not to drop your phone in water. It'll be like the older phones before they started adding that waterproof seal. There's still some adhesive in here, it seems, so maybe it wasn't changed before. Okay, so anyways, there's this adhesive. You're going to want to remove that stuff. Okay, and you want to be careful because the screen cable is actually on the side here. I don't know if you can see that because of the lighting. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do, as you can see, we lift it up here. We're going to have to slide the screen downwards. Okay, so right now we're going to have to pull the top down as well. If you can use the tool to help kind of cut the adhesive there as well. Okay, and then once you do that, you can actually flip it open like a book. So we have to keep sliding it down a bit. Okay, and then we can open this like a book, and you want to pull it slightly up as you rotate, otherwise you don't, because these little metal clips here will be in, so you want to pull those up slightly and then open it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and peel out this adhesive here. Alright. Okay, so now that we got that, you can see we have this slightly open. So what we're going to do now is we need to remove the metal cover here. So this is using a PH0 or JS0 screwdriver. Okay, so let me switch over to that screwdriver. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and remove the screws there. Okay, again, keep all the screws in order. They are different size, shape, and lengths. If you mix them up, you can damage your phone. So again, keep that in mind. It's very important. Okay, and again, the way I do that is I just put them in the pattern that I remove them. So you can see like the shape 3 like that, and then 1 here. So that's just how I put them back. Or I put them on my desk in that pattern. Okay, if you have a magnetic tray or something else to put it in, a putty or whatever works for you, you can put it there. All right, so there we go. This metal thing, we have to lift that off as well. It came out on its own. Normally it's stuck a little bit and then you kind of have to twist it a little, but it came out. All right, now we got the battery connector. Let me actually zoom in a bit more. So we're going to disconnect the battery connector here. So I just use my fingernail. You can use whatever you can get in there, plastic pry tool. Okay, so just get in there and lift the battery connector up there. You can see it's disconnected now. Now we're going to press and hold the power button to drain any residual power. I do this for about 15 seconds. This will make it a lot safer to work on so that there's less risk damaging the phone if the connector doesn't go in flat. All right, so there we go. It's about 15 seconds. Okay, next we're going to undo the connectors here. If you want, you can also disconnect the screen connectors here first. Okay, I kind of trimmed my nails so it's a little bit more difficult now, but here you go. Let's go ahead and flip these up just like this. Okay, so we got those two out. Now we're going to have to remove the 3 screws holding this metal plate in as well. Again, keep them in order. Okay. Did that screw come out? Oh. Okay. Just like this. Screws are like falling out on their own, man. Okay. Be very careful because these screws are very tiny. You don't want to lose them. Okay. There we go. Uh-oh, I think I have another customer here, so. Alright, so we'll set that one apart, and then we're gonna go ahead and pry this connector out as well. I don't know if you can tell here, but it's the same thing, those pushing connectors. Again, I just use my fingernail, get underneath, and then pry it up. You can use plastic pry tools to do this, and there we go. Alright, so now we got those 3 connectors out. We can actually separate this, and you do want to take out this adhesive again if you can. You don't want to leave this stuff in there. Okay, so if you can, peel it all up. Okay, I think my customer's here, so I'm going to have to pause for a bit. Anyways. Oh, some of these screws are actually loose rolling around in here. Uh-oh. Okay, I have my other customer here, so I'm going to go outside and get the phone, and I'll be back. Or get the customer's computer. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Alright, I'm back, so let's go ahead and continue the repair. Again, we want to remove the adhesive if we can, so if there's any adhesive in there, just pull it out. You don't want to leave it all rolled up and lumpy in there because that can cause the screen to break easier in the future. Okay, so try and get it out to make it nice and smooth. Okay, there's also some adhesive down here. Okay. If you can't get it all out, don't worry too much, but you do want to try and smooth it out so it's flat. Okay. It's best if you can get it out, but if you can't, it's probably not a big deal. Okay, let's go ahead and get this all out. I'm just rolling my finger up along to try and roll the adhesive out. Okay, got most of it. There we go. Alright, sorry if I'm going out of view of the camera. It's hard to pay attention to what's being recorded while I'm trying to do the work. Alright, and there's a little adhesive here. Man, I cut my fingernails a little bit too short. It's hard to do this now. Okay. Go, just get all this stuff out. Alright, got most of it. There's a little bit up here. Oops, sorry, I'm going out of view again. Okay, I don't know how the adhesive got underneath, but there we go. Okay. Alright, there's a tiny bit on this bottom corner. Let me see, hopefully I can get that out. Try with my tweezers here. Yep, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I would keep going out of view of the camera, but alright, I think we got all the adhesive out. Now let's go ahead and try and get the rear camera out. Hopefully it's not being held in with anything too crazy here. There's this metal piece on top. It looks like a special screwdriver is going to be needed for this. So I don't know if you can use the regular Phillips. Let's try. Nope. Okay, so this needs a special screwdriver. So they have these special bits. It's called a standoff screwdriver, where, let me see if I can show you. Where's this? Okay, so you can see there's this little pokey part, and then it's like that. So let's see if we can get it off with this one. I might have to use a smaller one. Okay, actually that works. So we'll get that screw out. It's kind of stuck. And use the tweezers to get it out. Okay, let's see here. What else do I got to remove here? Okay, I hope it's just this one last Phillips screw there. So let's go ahead and remove that. It's a PH or JIS 0. Okay, I hope I'm removing the right piece. That one's kind of stuck as well. Okay, it does look like the metal thing is coming up. So we're gonna lift this metal thing out, okay? And then we should be able to just pop the camera up here, I hope. So there's another connector here. Again, I'm just using my fingernail. Just get underneath and go ahead and pop that up. Okay, and then does the camera come out? It's stuck in there. Okay, there we go, and the camera came out. And it just looks like that. So I don't know why, but their camera is kind of blurry. The lens looks clean and everything, so I'm not sure what's causing it. The inside here looks, the inside here looks clean as well. I don't see anything that looks strange. I'm gonna try. Yeah, the lens looks super clean and clear, so I don't know what caused that. But anyways, let's go ahead and put the new replacement camera, and hopefully that will solve the issue. Okay, so just get that lined up. Okay, we're just gonna push this back into place. Hopefully it will just fit in there. I think you have to make sure to get it in straight. There we go. So it was easier to get the top in first and then push it down. Okay, then we get this connector, line it up. Okay, and then push it down. Hopefully I don't know if I'm getting it lined up right. Okay, so you do have to kind of bend this cable slightly over that way to get it to fit, and there we go. All right, we got the camera in place. Make sure if you look from the back, everything looks flush and lined up. Looks good. Okay, we're gonna now put this metal plate back on top. All right, get that lined up, and then get that screw into place. Tighten that screw down. All right, get the standoff screw, or screwdriver, sorry. I'm gonna grab this screw and put that back in place. And it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna use the tweezers to make it a little bit easier, hopefully. So hopefully you can see how I'm grabbing it. Drop that into place. It just flops over. Okay, and let's see if we can screw that in now. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we got that in. Let's go ahead now and put back the main screen and everything else. So, right, this connector is a little bit tricky because the way it's like this with this extra cabling. So you kind of have to just maneuver it around and get it in place. I'm going to use this tool so my finger's out of the way. It's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so you kind of got to work it, keep moving it around until you can get it positioned just right. Again, it's pretty tricky, this one. Come on. Doesn't want to go into the place properly. Come on. Is that in? No, it's only like halfway. I need to pop it back up. Yeah, this cable's the most annoying one to put back. Okay, I'm gonna have to use my finger, I think. So sorry, but you're not gonna be able to see as well, but okay. Get all lined up. Okay. I think that's in. I can use this tool to help push it down all the way. All right, looks good. Let's go ahead and now snap in these connectors. Okay, snap that in and snap that in. All right, make sure everything is snapped in properly. And then you can go ahead and connect the battery. And now let's go ahead and test it. So, okay, I'm gonna power this up. And we're gonna test it with this text here. So I'm gonna wait till the phone starts up. Okay, give me a bit because the phone's gonna take a while. And then after we confirm everything is good, we can go ahead and put back the little connector, the covers, the metal covers and everything. Okay, so maybe I should wait till it boots up completely. Oops. Oh, the customer told me he removed the password, but I guess not. So I'm gonna have to ask them for the password and I'll be back. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so I'm back. Let's see here. Okay, so here you can see, oh yeah, it's definitely better. So before, the corners of the text would all be blurry. Oops, how do I show this on camera without the glare? So before, the corners of the text would all be blurry, but it looks good now, okay, as you can see. Okay, so we should be good. All right, so let's go ahead and put back the metal plates and we should be good to go. I do feel the phone is a little bit warm there, so hopefully everything is okay. Okay, let's go ahead now and get the metal plates back in. So we have this metal plate, just get that lined up. And again, we're going to use the PH0 or JAS0 screwdriver to put these screws back in. We're going to loosely fit the screws first just to get everything lined up, and then we can go ahead and tighten them down. So let's go ahead and get this lined up. Okay, so we just loosely fit it first. All right. Screw. Okay, loosely fit that. All right, loosely fit that. Okay, now that we're putting the last one, we can go ahead and tighten it down. All right, and go ahead and tighten all the rest. All right, then we're going to get the other metal cover for the camera sensors up here. All right, get that lined up. The screws. Okay. Again, we're just going to loosely fit it first. The screw's falling off so easily. Okay, let me magnetize my screwdriver and hopefully that will help. There we go. Okay, loosely fit it and get the last screw. Oh no, where did I drop the last screw? Oh, wait. That's not it. Where'd it go? Oh, I think also one of these side screws came out because I saw it earlier. I don't know where that triangle screw came from. there was a loose screw in here that I picked up. I don't know where it came from, because I see all 3 screws there, all the screws up there, all the screws down there, all the screws in here. And that's not the screw that I just dropped. Is it? No, it's not. Okay, well, let me tighten these 2 in. I'm going to search for that screw that I dropped. I'm going to have to use a powerful magnet because it bounced off somewhere. Alright, and then I'll be back. Alright. Yeah, it's not in here. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. I found a screw. I'm not sure if it's the right one, but let's see if it will fit. Okay. Yeah, that's not the right screw. Alright, well, let's see. Tighten those 2. Is it this one that I found? These are both tri-wing screws. I don't know where these tri-wing screws came from. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if one of those tri-wing screws will fit there. So at least there's a screw holding it in place. That one's wrong. Alright, so I guess this one. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead now and put this back into place. So you want to lift it slightly at an angle like this. Slide the top in to get it flush. And then while you're kind of holding the middle up, you're going to go ahead and push the bottom down and then work your way down the edges, just like that. All right, everything looks good and flush. Let's go ahead now and put back the pentalobe 1 or 0.8 or P2 screws, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can also learn how to upgrade and repair their devices. If it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos. Other than that, that's all there is to this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, let's drop this. Bye.